Good morning, photographers. I'm your host, Mr. Granlund, coming to you live from Mr. Granlund Studios here at North. Today we're going to be looking at elements and principles. We're getting into unit number 2, which is where we learn how to make a picture look good. And so what does that actually mean? There's kind of a lot of pieces that go into it. There's things that we can recognize. There's building blocks. There's things that we call elements of art, principles of art, and then rules of composition. And depending on the way that you combine those things, creates different visual impacts and creates different symbolic metaphors when you combine all that together. And the more that you practice this, the more that you recognize this, the more you get out into the world and photograph this, the better you get at seeing how to show the world as a beautiful place or a scary place or a meaningful place or any sort of message that you want to get. It comes down to understanding some of these principles about how visual information works when people look at a photograph, whether you're conscious of that or not. So kind of a cool thing. We're going to get into it. I'm going to open up Schoology and we're going to talk about, this is going to be week number 4, and we're talking about elements of art. Okay, so you are now watching kind of the update. I don't need that. An artist who is really good at capturing this is Vivian Maier. Now, I like to put these things in here for you to explore, because students oftentimes think like, well, who are these great photographers? Who are these great thinkers of art that I can learn from, that I can recognize their good pictures? Where's an example that I can see? Because if you just type in good photography into Google, it's not necessarily going to give you good photography. It's going to, so the photographers that I place in here, I say, watch this. These are examples of good photographers. And, I try to grab a wide gamut of different people that you probably haven't been exposed to, so that I can expand your understanding of art. So I heavily encourage you to watch this and learn about Vivian Maier. Now, there's no worksheet to go along with this, but please watch that. Then we get into what are the elements and principles of art. And here I have, a presentation for you. So you will click through this, and what I hope to do is help you understand what a good picture is. So going from saying this is a good picture and this is a good picture into saying the leading lines in this artwork travel back in space and are interesting because they are creating emphasis in the center of the photograph. There's this dark figure stands in contrast to the repeating organic and geometric shapes that draw your eye into the single light area. When you can get more descriptive and nuanced about your language and the way that you describe things, it makes you a better communicator, and it also makes you a better artist. And that's what we hope to do here in learning about the elements of art. Now, there's a companion piece that goes with this, so you're looking at the notes, and then you're also going to take notes. So let's back up a step here. So there's also a lecture specifically about this. This video is more like an overview or update of what you're going to do in this unit. And then I'm going to have you do a slideshow presentation and find elements of art. Now, you can find elements of art all kinds of ways. There is a photography section of Google Arts and Culture. It's a great place for you to find pictures, recognize elements in art, and it draws from a lot of very good photographers, well-known photographers. And this is great. You can also find photographs by taking photographs. And actually, if you want to get the most out of this, like you want to become a better photographer, you want to become a better filmmaker, you want to become whatever, if you go out and photograph these elements of art, you will become a far better photographer than if you just find them on Google Arts and Culture. And I did this so that you have the option. I highly encourage you to take that extra step and go take pictures of each of these elements of art. And these are not complicated things to find. And what you're going to do is I have made a element of art presentation, and within each thing there's an element of art, and then you put your example that you either snapped a picture of or that you found on the Google Arts and Culture page. I'm going to take a step back again, and we also have linked is a elements, principles, and rules of composition note document that has everything together that you can write down your notes to understand what it is, because there will be a module test at the end of this section, not in this unit, but the overall module, where you'll have to identify elements, principles, and rules of composition. Okay, so I can't wait to see your artwork. I can't wait to see the things that you find, and I can't wait to see you online. I'm Mr. Granlund, and have a great 622 Online Day.